So if you have a 240Hz monitor with DIAC, you can get better motion clarity than a 360Hz panel. Why is that important? Because you don't want to see a blur when people are strafing, or when you're turning and trying to aim. And I guess even around corners, you want to see someone clearly when they're peeking. 360Hz is smoother, and in theory should have lower latency, but in game, I'm thinking DIAC has a slight advantage. And when I say slight, I mean extremely slight. We're talking like 0.01% difference. To anyone who isn't super pro competitive out there, you can ignore all this because the difference isn't going to matter. But for curiosity's sake, let's say you want to be your absolute best and go pro. Well, now you don't have to choose between 360Hz and DIAC, because this monitor has both. It's super smooth and with very clear motion. Unfortunately, due to DIAC tech, I can't film it at 1000 FPS or even 960, but putting this against a regular 360Hz panel, the difference is obvious. You can easily read the text on these screens in Overwatch. This is absolutely the clearest I've ever seen it, showing it at 120 FPS. Hopefully you can see a little bit of it, but it's still not going to show you the clarity. You're going to have to trust my eyes on this one. So there you go. Easy choice to buy, right? Yeah, if you're going pro, maybe. There could still be better options out there, but for us regular people that just want to be a bit competitive and try to win our games, is this a good choice? As always, it's personal preference. I'll tell you my preference, and hopefully that'll help you work it out if it's for you or not. So I don't want to play with my nose to the monitor. I want to be able to sit back, hopefully with good posture, and still be able to see enemies. So for that reason, I want bigger monitors. This one is only 24.5 inches, and on the stand, with a mousepad and keyboard in front, it is way too small. In a game like Quake, that's fine. The enemies are really easy to see, but in games like Apex that has visibility issues even at the best of times, I could not see the enemies. I was trying to stream it and just could not see. So I put the monitor on an arm, moved it closer, and then it was fine. Height adjustment could be a bit higher though. I found when sitting up straight, I was still looking down a bit to see center screen. Otherwise it's quite good quality, well made. And still, the monitor is 1080p. I'm so used to 1440p now, just having that extra room for things, even web pages, makes a lot of difference. And games are clearer too. But if you don't have a beast PC, maybe you want 1080p, so you can make sure you get the 360 frames per second. Again, that's up to you, but I'd rather play on 240Hz at 1440p than 360Hz DIAC at 1080p. Despite the apparent advantage to the clarity, I didn't find I was playing better on this than the ultrawide. Maybe worse, because I wasn't enjoying it as much and kept thinking about how I wished I was on 1440p and a bigger screen. That's on me though, I was being distracted. But it does help hit the point home. It really depends on what you do on your computer and what you like. If you're just gaming for competitive reasons, this is going to be a great choice. If you're doing anything else, well, unlike the Corsair 45-inch, which is the best all-rounder I've used, this is a specialist. It's made with one main purpose, and it does it extremely well. Everything else though, not too good. I could go into more details, but I feel like we've gone through so many BenQ Zowie monitor reviews over the years, it's just repeating everything. TM panel, colors, and viewing angles aren't amazing. I also felt my eyes were straining a bit more compared to the OLED. Again, this is a specialist. You're meant to sit in front of it and just play your best. If you want the clearest motion, this is probably it. I haven't looked at all the other monitors on the market, so can't say for sure, but the main purpose of the video, other than giving some thoughts on which I would buy, is that 360Hz with DIAC gives the best clarity I've ever seen. So there you go, yes, it's very clear, but for me, these days with what I want, that's where the positives end. Oh, the S-Switch is pretty cool too. But yeah, whether or not the 360Hz DIAC is worth the trade-offs, that's up to you. For me, they're not. But I hope that helps. Thanks to BenQ for sending this out for me to try. Use your links below, sub, like and share. Catch ya.